Hello, my name is Karynn. We have a lot of information for you. But first, I am still running for president. Just putting it aside a little bit for now. I will be running for president. And first thing I will do, set up plantation farms led by immigrants and people who need to work. And then we'll have vegetable farms, all kinds of farms. And then we're going to talk to our China's leader and tell him, how can we help you feed your countrymen? And I take away the tariffs. I will make sure there's no war between the United States and Iran. So with that in mind, those are the reasons why, a couple of reasons why I want to become president. You go to my website, KarynnForPresident.com. And my YouTube channel is, I have two YouTube channels. And they are Karynn Weinstein or Karynn Weinstein. The main one is Karynn Weinstein. Vote for me on November 3rd. Write my name on the ballot, please. We're going to talk about, this is why the first responders are heroes. Basically, I want you to read this and listen to me. This is a very important statement. In fact, I've done this at a different show, and I want to reiterate what this means and what I'm talking about. People, ask not what you can do for yourself, but ask what you can do for God and Jesus. And this is why the first responders are heroes. They ask what they can do for God and His loved ones. God's loved ones are the people who live on planet Earth. They too are our countrymen. All of us are countrymen for all others living on planet Earth. This is why the firemen can go into a burning building to save lives while others run out of the burning buildings. The people with the emergency medical service, also known as EMS, take personal risks and they risk their lives saving a stranger. That's EMTs, paramedics, doctors, nurses, police officers, firemen. The police officers are there to help us in any type of an emergency, such as domestic issues. The nurses, doctors are also born into this world with the intrinsic feeling of risking their lives to save another, and another who they may not know. To the people who are here to have fun, knowing that there is a first responder there to help you to save your life and to send you home after you have healed and spent time in the hospital and you are being released. They send you home to your loving family. What about the soldiers? They risk their lives going into harm's way. They do this so that we can stay safe and live in a free democratic society. The soldiers go to battlefield, and their motto is, we die so others can live. That can be applied to our first responders as well. Now that's what I talk about, why the first responders are heroes. They run towards the problem that everyone else is running away from. In my parking lot, there's a man, a client, who collapsed in our driveway. I went out to help him. Two people stood there and did nothing. I asked them for their help, and they stood there and did absolutely nothing. They didn't know what to do. So this man, I had to hold him up. He was on the ground sitting. I had to hold him up. And we called 911 for the paramedic, and I knew he wasn't going to make it very, very long. The people on the ambulance took him in. They put him on a stretcher, and he went into cardiac arrest. But when on arrival to the hospital, they called it and gave the time of his passing. That's what we do. Firemen run into burning buildings to save people's business, save lives. It's something that's just inside you that gives you the feeling of helping all others at all risks. That's why we call them heroes. So will you become a hero? This is doing the right things always. All of the people are my friends. If you want to be my friend, you are my friend. I care about you. And I'll do anything for you to make your life a better life. No matter what the president says or doesn't say, no matter how rude and not really a nice person in what he does to our countrymen in other countries. Like I said before, on Election Day, November 3rd, will be the deciding factor of what's going to happen in our future. Let's talk about how I will make things better for all. With everyone's help, we will stay adamant about keeping one another safe, and we will work hard to save lives and keep everyone healthy. We will move forward with this COVID-19 virus contained. Stay safe, everyone, and be strong, and all of us got one another's back. I would like to say to the people, if you stand up to anything that might be negative, then it will cease to exist. If an individual or all of us are doing good things for each other, like the nurses and doctors and all other health professionals and the EMS system, will be rewarded for all and in a good, positive way. You will receive gifts for doing good for yourself and all others, including those people who are not so good in your life. It is then that the people will receive gifts. We want everyone to become the best person you can be. If you do good things for yourself and to those who are not so nice to you, then all of us will develop and become a better person. Remember, be good, do good, stay good. People, do good by doing positive actions, and you will be gifted by God and Jesus. The good things will be given for everyone, especially to the one who started the good action and the good behavior. At that time, the good people will bring goodness to all of humanity. If you do good things, then you are going to receive goodness in return. There was a time in a parking lot, a man is a diabetic, and it's very hard to keep his diabetes under control. Well, he was on the ground, he couldn't get up, he was unconscious, he was sweating, which is diaphoresis, and unconscious. So fortunately, the others asked me to come and help him. And then I gave him some medication that he has given me permission to use, which the needle goes in the stomach, and it goes direct to the stomach, the sugar, to raise his blood sugar level. So he will come out of being unconscious and become conscious, alert, and oriented. So we did that for him. He'll be taken to the hospital, and the doctors and nurses, again, balance his diabetes to keep the sugar level within the proper means. One man, I asked him for his help, and I said to him, help me. If you want to have good karma, help me. So he held the man sitting upright. And the man, the EMTs arrived, and they put him in the ambulance, and the paramedics started an IV and treated him. Now listen, that man was saved and rescued. The man that helped me, he somehow, some way, received a gift of a newer car, a better car than what he had. And it also was convertible, because he helped me, help his friend recover from an insulin shock. There's many other times I've helped people, whether it was medical or anything. Usually people that live there where I go and live, and they'll call upon me to ask me to help any of the residents who fall ill to any kind of medical emergency. So please, step in, take action, do something good, help someone, and then see what happens. See what type of gifts you receive from God and Jesus. And I continue. I have done great things in my life, and it has been a powerful force in all that I do. I worked as a paramedic for several years, and I delivered a baby in the back of the ambulance. I brought several people back to life when they were in cardiac arrest. The people did not have any heart damage or brain damage. Yes, I have brought people back from sudden onset of cardiac arrest without any brain damage or heart damage. And I did that while I was a paramedic. I brought several people back to life when they were in cardiac arrest. The first person I saved from cardiac arrest happened when I was just 17 years old. I was a lifeguard, and there was a man who helped me help a man who was unconscious when we took him out of the water. He was unconscious, unresponsive, and basically not breathing. So this is back in the 70s when CPR just came about, and we applied CPR on this man who was in the water. We took him out. Within minutes, we got him back, and then the ambulance was there to take over to give him oxygen and monitor his heart rhythm. So that was my first save, and there were many people that I saved and helped. This man who helped me save this man's life, I told him he did a good deed and that he will be rewarded for his heroic actions. My friend was able to buy a better car for himself. There's a man who kissed as he wished to do so, and it was against my wishes. I yelled at him and I pushed him away. Well, I taught him how to be a better person, and he listened. He is to treat women better than that, not as an object, but as a human being. As a paramedic for several years, I helped take away their pain, and I kept the patient comfortable on our way to the hospital. A person will be rewarded for good behavior and good actions. The more good the person does, then you will receive positive rewards. All the people will not have to be judged by their peers in the near future. We will not have to decide a punishment toward their peers. That will be taken care of by the spirit guides. And with that thought, we don't have to punish one another. We don't have to send anyone to jail or prison. We will be gifted. The spirit guide will decide our future as a human being. We will give more positive responses to good behavior. We will be gifted for doing the right thing at the right time. Doing the right things always will bring goodness. Good behavior and good actions will be rewarded with good karma. Blessings to all. Vote for me on November 3rd. Write my name on the ballot. Karynn Weinstein on November 3rd. Vote for me. I will bring goodness to you yourself, and all others. Thank you, everyone. Blessings.